Housing. Housing is important to the development of any society, and it has both economic and welfare effects. Economically, investment in housing contributes to fixed capital formation, employment, and substantial backward and forward linkages with the rest of the economy. Its welfare effects include shelter for the populace, access to health and educational facilities. Improved access to health and educational services, as well as employment opportunities, may lead to higher productivity and income for poor families.
In terms of water, formerly, government used to take care of that. I remember in those days when I was growing up, I was coming to Lagos and there is this water everywhere. People from Iju Water Works and government, they were living up to expectation.
There's water. In fact, everything is okay here.
But all of a sudden, I don't know what came up. The present leaders we have, they don't want to do anything in terms of welfare for the citizens. Where I stay presently, we spend money to pump water because we use prepaid. So we spend a lot of money in pumping water, and that water cannot even take us 4 days or 5 days. So you can see what we are talking about.
Oh, water is relative, but there's still some people that, because in my own area, I noticed that like 3 different places where they get water and they don't pay. So I still see some areas that have water, and there are some areas where there is no even water. Like I was seated here now, I saw a baby carrying a plastic water, and there was water in it, and the water wasn't clean. And I was asking why? So this baby wants to drink this water. So in some areas it's just crazy, total madness, man.
Although the Nigerian economy has an abundance of potential, with Nigeria's young population continuing to grow, the urgency of poverty alleviation and economic stabilization reforms cannot be overstated. Now is the time to ensure that the country seizes its potential demographic dividend.
It's a problem. It's a problem. The environment we live here in Okera is a big problem. You can see children, now that they are not in school, you can see them jumping from gutter to canal. Everywhere you go, you see children bathing with canal water.
Yeah, for me, I'm not someone that falls sick all the time. It's just maybe probably, but if probably I fall sick, the thing I usually do is I just go and take my normal herb. I take agbo. Yeah, because it works for me. I take agbo, and in few days' time I'll be fine.
Retrenchment is simply workforce reduction. It is laying off of workers as a result of restructuring exercise in an organization, leading to redundancy of some of the workforce.
If I to be honest with you, actually, I'm still trying to break through in that area of programming in terms of getting gainful employment, with it from, companies. Basically, in Nigeria, programming is not a very common profession, and so you need to work, for big organizations for you to make it. So I've not been able to have that opportunity to work for big organizations like MTN and Airtel. Let's say, for instance, I'm getting 40,000, 50,000 per month. It's not enough to solve the problem, which I'm facing. There's rent problem, there's, family problems to spend money on. That rent, that amount of money is not enough to pay bills.
No work well. If you can see our boys standing here now, then they here, then they beside me, but you will not say, now only me they see them. If you see some of them, no work, some of them they don't collect sack letter without salary. They pursue them anyhow.
It's a boring situation because in this country now, if you don't have a job of your own, you will still be under the torture of the bad leadership that we have in this country. So if you are not a business owner, an entrepreneur, you depend on this country, you are still under their subjection. You are subject to their poverty and their wickedness.
There's a lot of things to do, but at the same time, there are some jobs where you apply for, and when it gets time where they will have to pay you, they won't pay, and it becomes issue. So it's always challenging picking jobs. So areas where one can really get a job, I feel it's just probably online. Most of the youth around here, I think it's just online, probably trading or Bitcoin and the rest of them. So if you trade, you probably get money.
Despite crude oil's vast contributions to exports and government revenues, less than 1% of Nigerians are employed in mining and extractives, underlining the need to allow other, more labor-intensive sectors to flourish.
I think we are all poor. We are all poor in this country. So it depends on the category of that poverty you want to know. We are all poor in this country. It's only just few people that can hit their hands in their chest that I can eat 3 square meals a day. So the rest, the percentage of the people who are suffering in this country is greatly larger than those who are making it in this country.
The ones that cannot eat, that's finding it difficult to eat, those are the people I'll use the word poor for. So many of them.
Nobody they help me. Nobody they assist me. I mean they suffer and me alone. I mean they want is alone.
I bet you it's been quite challenging sorting out bills. You get, so it's crazy. It's quite crazy, but you know, one has to keep moving on because hope is something that we all have once we're alive.
Government spending could also be increased for pro-poor causes such as health, education and infrastructure, which are the main concerns amongst Nigerians themselves, by improving revenue collection and redirecting spending from expensive subsidies that benefit the rich more than the poor. Structural transformation and the creation of productive wage jobs on a large scale may not happen overnight. So policies to boost the productivity of farm and non-farm household enterprises will be crucial in the meantime. For farms, this includes developing new and more resilient crops variety, as well as investments in storage, transport and market access. For non-farm household enterprises, policies that ease credit constraints could be especially important.
Be the change you want to see.
Be the change you want to see.
Be the change you want to see. Let that change start from you.